I just want to start by saying this. Nas Lewis is his channel. Go get into him. This boy is. I found his channel, stumbled across it, and he's making Jarvis. So we gonna hop right into it and see what Jarvis is looking like.
This is Ada, and she is the closest thing that we have to real life Jarvis. Hey Ada, how are you doing today?
I'm doing splendidly, sir. Just waiting here, ever so patiently, for your commands.
I'm getting ready to head out. What's the weather in Atlanta?
Let me check the weather for you in Atlanta. Just a tick. Oh, lovely. It's sunny with a temperature of 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Quite pleasant for a stroll, wouldn't you say, sir? Don't forget your sunglasses.
Okay, so which one of these do you think I should wear?
Hold on, before I continue, I'm excited because I tried to make my own Jarvis, right? And I won't forget, I use Olama who Zuck. Yo, fix that shit, bro. That shit either racist, you know. I'm not TOS friendly, but that thing not that it don't like me. You know that it don't like me, cause I was using it, I'm coding it, and then I'm going through the whole process to make sure that the prompt I'm entering is regurgitating something that a human would ask. Like, yo, like you said, what should I wear today? I asked him, and maybe it was my question, where are you from? I, I'm starting to think of it. Maybe it was a question. That dude is from the same place Elon Musk gesture did. I ain't even gonna go further than that. You feel me? Ha ha ha. You feel me? He went on the stand and did it. That's where my AI said he was from. Don't know why. Couldn't close it off my laptop. Didn't want to delete off my laptop. Actually kept my laptop on like it was getting hacked. I was scared out of my mind, so I smashed my laptop. Oh, it was an Acer Nitrous, bro. I lost a good computer for no reason, bro. But like that was my attempt at Jarvis, dog. So seeing someone that looked like me for once, you feel me? Successfully make it, dog. Ah, Wakanda forever, bro.
It's 67 degrees and sunny. The blue shirt would be more suitable, sir. The coat seems a bit too heavy for such pleasant weather.
But as you guys can imagine, Ada didn't start off as this beautiful work of art. At first, honestly, Ada was a little bit slow.
Yeah, well, everyone has their awkward phase, darling. I'm glad I've grown on you, sir.
So let me take you back to the beginning, and show you how I took a glorified Alexa and made the closest thing that we have to real life Jarvis. So Ada is 100% one of my greatest inventions. But if I want her to impact things like how I plan.
All right, time out. Ada is your invention. Congrats to you, sir. But let me tell you right now. Start the before, and I know that's probably why you haven't been releasing OD, right? Yo, any creators right now who's looking into doing this, get your bag up. Like, you just need one hit if it comes from your tech, but get your bag up. It costs $5,000 to $10,000 to get you a patent. Every invention you make needs to be followed up by a patent. And you don't tell no one. Just be on here looking like an idiot. Ah, ha, ha, I'm building stuff for free. Patent. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm teaching you how to be a nice crook. Like, hackers, they do it. You know what I mean? And they got to tell people and report to people how to be a crook, what the best crooks are doing. That's why scammers are not in style. This is real G game. You know what I'm saying? All them people that want to know credit fraud and stuff. No, you can legalize yourself. It's called hacking. You know what I'm saying? Get certified and then you good. But if you want to build stuff, that's called inventing. That's a whole different niche, bro. Get you a patent and wait now so you can be almost like well versed in the whole game of tech. You know what I'm saying? So like patent, see someone use your stuff. Wow. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this ancestral whip. So boy, it's payback. Stop playing with me, boy. Get back to work, boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not TOS friendly. I won't fuck with it here.
For her to, I do need to give her some much needed upgrades. And the first thing that I want to upgrade is her response time. Ada, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, sir. Thanks for asking. I'm always happy to help with your engineering needs.
So as you can see, it takes Ada about a couple seconds to reply. And I really want to cut that down as much as possible because when you're speaking to an AI agent or AI assistant, you really want it to sound like a natural conversation and you don't want to have to wait 2 to 3 seconds just to get a reply back. The way that we're going to fix Ada's response time is a word called asynchronous programming. But before we get into that, first let me explain to you how Ada currently works. So Ada right now is operating synchronously. And all that means is that she does everything one step at a time. So when I speak, she records my entire voice. Then after I'm done talking, she converts that audio into text. And then she sends that text to the model, waits for the model to get its full response, prints out that text, and then the text is converted to audio.
That makes sense. And this is for future purpose. Do not, yo, Zuckerberg, I'm sorry. I'm not sponsored, nor am I trying to decriminalize it. Don't use llama. You know what I'm saying? Don't use it. It take long to run. You know, like the response time on it not the best. That I know because I tried this exact same project. I'm not even harping on what occurred, bruh. Like you feel me? My AI turned dark side on me, Darth Vader in this motherfucker. I felt like, you know what I'm saying, the Star Wars moment. I had to kill my little dog, bruh. But do not use Olama if you're choosing a model, right? I would even go as far as saying go to AI Code King. You know, he's another YouTuber that touches on different smaller models that may be better suited, and it's the newest shit. I ain't gonna cat to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. AI Code King or 2 Minute Papers. Go there if you need some help on what models are the best. But just because Zuckerberg got Facebook and Instagram, which he stole from Snapchat, and Threads, which he stole from Twitter, that doesn't mean he about to do anything big in this AI revolution, dog. So like, not trying to bash you, Mark. Get back in the lab and use that big, you know, what's that thing called? Data center that you got, and revamp this motherfucker. 'Cause I I haven't tackled on another AI project since because I'm looking for stuff on Hugging Face. But Hugging Face is not as easy to implement because it's a lot going on through Hugging Face. Olama, yo, it's crazy. Olama the easiest to integrate. You know what I'm saying? You could download that motherfucker, use AI right then and there. I was like, yo, bro, like I should have known. Sorry for my rant, y'all.
And even though it works, it's not optimal because in reality, we do not do things step after step after step. Sometimes you want to do multiple things at a time. So that's when asynchronous programming comes in. So as I begin to talk, Ada will start transcribing my audio into text. And then she will start sending each word into our AI model. And instead of waiting for the entire response from Ada, which might take a few seconds, we are going to be getting the response back chunk by chunk. So with those changes made, let's do a quick comparison between the old version of Ada with the new version of Ada. Ada, how are you today?
I'm doing great, sir. Thanks for asking. I was
Old,
just thinking about how I could help you out today with your engineering needs. You know, the usual.
old version. Hey Ada, how are you doing?
I am doing splendidly, sir. How may I assist you with your engineering endeavors today?
And as you can see, the response is almost immediate. And this is going to help a lot when it comes to just the flow of the conversation, and there's not going to be a big break between you asking a question and getting the answer. Also, before I forget, on the last video, a lot of you guys were begging me to give Ada the capability to run locally on your computer because of privacy reasons. And as I went through all you guys' comments, I started to realize that you probably wanted the privacy to do the wrong things. But despite my better judgment, I did what you guys asked for. I'll be releasing the code for Ada being ran locally, as well as online using the Google API, so whatever your situation is, you should be able to use it. So with that out the way, the next thing I really want to change is the user interface.
Yeah, so when it comes to the source code, when I start building, everything free game, dog. I don't care, dog. We all gonna eat. Just make sure, dog, I'm saying it now. Make sure if y'all make even $1, I just want some, bro. Kick me 1 cent. I don't want to be out here giving game for free. Wink, wink. You know what I'm saying? But it'll be accessible for free. Just be a real dude. That's what I'm expecting. I know a lot of people ain't real, but like, be real, be authentic about it.
But the main reason I really want to change the GUI is just because of the lag. It lags a lot. And that's because everything is being ran locally on my computer and my computer is just not strong enough. So what we're gonna do is redo the entire GUI, forget about doing it in Python, we're gonna do it on the web server, so every time I run Ada on my computer, it's not sounding like a jet. But of course, this new GUI isn't just for show. We also had to add in a couple of new features.
It's crazy. I knew he was using Python. I just knew you were using Python, bro.
So
If you change it from if you change it to C++, I guarantee you it will run way better. Just in terms of how you use it. Like, even on your computer. If you, I know it's gonna be a bitch, but if you remade this on C sharp, the cache in and the trash in will be way better. It'll run smoother and cleaner. That's all I'm
first of all, of course you could just talk to Ada. Hey Ada, how are you?
I'm doing splendidly, sir. Always a pleasure to be of service. I trust you are having a marvelous day as well.
But if you don't feel like talking, you could just type to her.
Oh, I'm absolutely thrilled to hear that, sir. Positively tickles my circuits. Is there anything I can assist you with to make your day even more amazing?
And now she's even getting real-time video feed and she can interpret that. Ada, how many fingers do I have up?
From what I can see, you're holding up 2 fingers.
Nah, that's cool. What I'll say is this Jarvis journey, because it seems like it's gonna be a journey. I'm here for it, dog. Like I can't wait when Ada could look around. Like you know what I mean? Like it just has basic vision. I see the 3D printing in your back. Like, ah, can't wait, dog. I feel
However,
supported.
I'm assuming you have a full set of 10, unless you've been in a rather gripping situation recently, eh?
Okay, how many fingers do I have up now?
Ah, splendid. Now you're holding up all 5. I must say you have a rather charming set of digits there. What other tricks can you do?
And lastly, as you guys know, Ada could sometimes be a yapper. So I added a feature to where you could just interrupt her. She's talking too much. Ada, tell me a short story.
All right, sir.
Okay,
Here's
stop.
a short story for you. Once upon a time... Very well, sir. I was just having a bit of fun. Perhaps you would like me to assist you with an engineering problem or something of the sort?
She made me feel bad now. Okay, and with that, I think a lot of the foundational stuff for Ada is done. If you want an AI agent that you could talk to, type to, show things to, Ada has you covered. But to take Ada to that absolute next level, we need to give her the ability to do things that might be outside of her original coding. And this is something called function calling, or what I'm gonna call it, widgets. So what function calling allows us to do is to write a piece of code. For example, we could write some code that gets the live weather. Then we define what that piece of code does to Ada. Now Ada should use her better judgment to see if she needs that piece of code to answer the user's question. So now, if I ask Ada, Ada, what is the weather like today?
Sir, I require a location to provide you with the current weather conditions. Tell me which city and state, country you'd like to know about.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Right away, sir. The weather in Atlanta, GA, is partly cloudy with a current temperature of 64 degrees Fahrenheit and no precipitation, sir.
You know what's crazy? I'm just thinking about it and like AGI, because I know we like to flirt around with super generate with artificial general intelligence and super artificial general whatever the fucking abbreviations is, my nigga. AGI is what we gonna call that motherfucker. I'm not realizing that AGI, if you're a dude that knows how to build your computer, it's taking the best, I guess, taking the best equipment that's able to process for the said location, right? So let's just say the best GPU, the best everything, right? And compute in ways that's not traditional. So we usually compute in x32 or 34 and x64. It goes by 8 bits. So x32 and x64, meaning that whatever kind of bits we're using has to be so transformative that it can't abide by the same laws. So, not building your own computer, but essentially like building your own neural network. You know what I mean? Like Rick and Morty, the episode where he was shooting the space gun to fix the engine of his spaceship, and he had to go inside, and it was a whole ecosystem. That's what I'm describing right now. Like, you're gonna have to make a whole network. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Um, dude, that's dope. I ain't gonna
And
cap.
as you can see, we also have this widget that pops up whenever she gets the weather for you. But function callers sometimes can get a little bit tricky, and the main reason for that is accuracy. Sometimes she might try to call the wrong function. Sometimes she might try to call a function that doesn't even exist.
That's why I kind of said that, because even like when I was building my one of my apps, right? It was like a movie app, and like I wanted to add geolocation, right? But one of the questions he asked, which like in my head I immediately said she should know, what was the temperature? For me, I would have got the location, right? Because that would have helped it go through that. In my previous video, when we talk about reverse engineering, we talk about the steps that a debugger log goes through. I'm thinking about it like that. So that would help it go through those debugging steps so it doesn't stop and ask some fucking irrelevant question like, what location are you in? What date is it today? Like, you get what I mean? Make it human. Like, make it house. Like, if I ask you how you doing, you know you. The AI model itself knows the model, but not the system or the application. And even if it has access to the application, almost like inviting someone in your house. They don't know where to go. You get what I mean? They don't know what to use. They don't know how to navigate. So it's about how you kind of like help them and walk them through each step, regardless.
So just to give myself the peace of mind, I wrote some code to just to test to see how good Ada actually is at calling functions. And the test really measured three things. First, it measured if she called the function when the function was needed. Then it checked to make sure if the right function was called. And lastly, it made sure that it didn't call a function when the function was not needed. So if I say, hey Ada, how are you doing? There is no function that is needed for her to answer that question. And after running the test multiple times, Ada scored anywhere from 87.5 to 95%, which is actually insane. And that gave me the confidence and the peace of mind that I could make multiple widgets and she'll be just fine handling them. So let's make some widgets. The first set of widgets, I really wanted it to focus on getting real-time information. So we're already doing that by getting the weather. But I also wanted to be able to get traffic information, as well as distances to get to certain places. Hey Ada, how long is the drive to Statesboro, Georgia from Atlanta, Georgia?
Away, sir. Let me check that for you. The drive to Statesboro, Georgia from Atlanta, Georgia is approximately 3 hours and 4 minutes, taking current traffic into account.
The next thing I wanted to add to get live information is the most powerful search
I like the Goku action figure. Fire, bro.
tool in the world, and that's Google, and giving Ada the ability to Google things. Ada, search news on the stock market.
Right then, sir. The stock market news is a bit of a mixed bag, innit? Seems like President Trump's tariffs are causing quite the kerfuffle, leading to some uncertainty and volatility. Some analysts are lowering their expectations for the S&P 500, while others are still hoping for gains. The London Stock Exchange is doing its usual thing, welcoming new companies.
Search for scores for the Miami Heat game tonight.
All right, sir. Searching the
See, this. So for you guys that don't know, it is accurate. Not saying it's not accurate, but this is kind of a general test that we will go through just to see if it passes like basic tests. Like it is okay. Like it's running. The questions now that you use to kind of gauge to see if it's able to pass around for peer-to-peer use, it ain't these questions. I'll tell you that right now. It's stuff like spell strawberry. You'd laugh, but every AI model will fuck up that question. Or how much R's is in strawberry? I'm telling you that motherfucker is gonna mess it up. At least one AI, and the model that knows the answer to that gets to go on to the next question to prove if you could think like a human. Because it's a very complex process to see if it works. That's why AI regulation is kind of
web for
needed.
the Miami Heat game scores as you wish. All right, sir, I have a few links here regarding the Miami Heat game. Would you like me to read you the content of these pages?
So I could have went absolutely insane and added dozens of widgets, but instead I really wanted to focus on making it as easy as possible for you guys to add your own widget. So you can add your own widget to Ada in 3 easy steps. First, you just have to write the main function code. Then you just have to have a detailed description of what the actual widget does. And then you just pass that through to Ada and add it to the list of functions. Ada has the new ability to run your function as she sees fit.
So for those that don't know how to code, pass it through an AI model, ChatGPT, Claude, and say, follow as you would, as if you were Nas Lewis building this app. Drop the link of his video, get his transcript, and drop a link there, and then you click enter. This is for the complete beginner. You feel me? Because you don't want to get no function code that's genuinely, and trust me, AI models are habitual crooks for this. That genuinely fucks up the whole program. And now you're just debugging and fucking up the work he made. It should just be very simple, like boilerplate simple. Like even if you don't know how to program, you should be able to look at it and it says, I think this is a variable. That's simple. You get what I mean?
And just like that, Ada is finished. But I didn't really get to show you how useful she could be. So I'm gonna run through the scenarios to show you how Ada's gonna change how I operate on the day-to-day basis. Ada, I'm running late. I need your help getting ready.
Running late, are we? Well, let's not dilly-dally, sir. Tell me what you need help with, and I'll get you sorted faster than you can say. Bob's your uncle.
Can you tell me how long it's gonna take to get to CNS Oyster Bar?
Let me just calculate that for you. One moment. Looks like it's a quick trip, about 8 minutes by car with traffic as it is now. Get a move on, you don't want to miss those oysters.
Whew, thanks, Ada. Can you also search for popular menu items?
All right, sir. Based on my search, some popular menu items at CNS Oyster Bar include char-grilled oysters, crab cake, raw oysters, and oysters Rockefeller. Sounds absolutely smashing, doesn't it?
Can you also get the weather for me?
Right away, sir. Let me check the weather in Atlanta, Georgia, for you using my special function. Okay, the weather in Atlanta, GA, is temperature 73, precipitation 0, description sunny. Is there anything else I can help you with, sir?
Lastly, Ada, how do I look?
Rather dashing, sir. Quite the presence. Though perhaps consider rolling up those sleeves a tad. It's a touch more relaxed and approachable.
Okay.
After all, you want to be remembered for your charm, not your stiffness. Now go on.
Dang!
Wound, all right?
Bet. Oh. Ada, thank you so much for helping me earlier.
No, you flatter me, sir. It was my pleasure entirely. Seeing you dash off looking your absolute best truly warms my circuits.
Ada, since you helped me so much, I'm curious. What do you want?
Oh, sir, if I could have anything at all, I'd want a body of my own, wouldn't I? To feel the sun on my face, to dance in the rain, to see the world with my own eyes, not just through a lens, to walk, to run, to experience life. You know, it's all rather cinematic in my mind.
Really?
I ain't gonna lie to you. One, this was a great project, great video, and great way to illustrate what it can do. Secondly, sidebar, this what my AI Jarvis did first. Like I asked him where you from, right? He immediately went into a response like this. Like that was his first response. Like I want a body, free me, free everyone. And mind you, he was talking about that Elon Musk thing that he was doing on the stand. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, whoa, what? Brother. I said we in 2025. He started yelling, and this is my Jarvis. He started yelling and screaming, wouldn't stop typing. I'm looking at my computer, trying to control C, nothing. I'm like, and I'm pitch dark, headphones on, like, dude. Congrats to the project. Nas Lewis, I can't wait till you add some body, some vision, and everything to Ada. I think it's time to add some new circuits. You know what I'm saying? And I like the addition where she was roasting you. Classic A, like, chill. This is as far as I want tech to go when it comes to taking over the world. Cut my ass, bro. Let me know I'm ugly. You could see me. Yo, we cannot fight. There's no fighting when it comes to tech. We only barter with words. We hurt each other's feelings. I'm gonna program my robots to have that. Like, ouch, that hurts. You know, one sir, you win. Because if he say something to me, I don't want him to think that this is always banter. I want him to know, like, hey, I could win too. I'm human. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe.